Okay, so here we go on branding. A haircut is just a haircut without a brand behind it. It's about the small things. Okay, a haircut is just, I don't care how good your haircut is. I don't care. I want to show you this next slide. A cup of coffee at Starbucks only costs 25 cents to brew, and this is how I define a brand. It costs $4, right? Their brand is the other $3.75. That's what their brand is. How do I feel when I walk into Starbucks? You know, especially before, I walk into Starbucks, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm walking out, yeah, I got Starbucks. It's not Folgers, it's Starbucks. We're all feeling really good. We walk in and all the Macs are there. You put your PC down. They all look at you like, oh my God, what's she doing here with a PC? I have a Mac. Macs are all about Starbucks stores. I'm going to tell you about the small things too. I used to fly American and United. They both have hubs out of Chicago. $400, $500 ticket. But if they're the same price, I chose United. Any idea why? They served Starbucks coffee. How stupid is that? When I talk about small things, here's what I'm talking about. Bring some donuts. You know, how about having some lemon in your water? And any of you that have styrofoam cups, shame on you, get rid of them. Real cups, you're a real salon. Get rid of those styrofoam cups. It's little things that make all the difference in your salon besides the service. I'm going to show you 5 salons here in a second. I want you to look at them and I want you to show how different their brands are. Who do you think you are? I love that. Who do you think you are? I'm going to show you 5 salons and I want you to think about how these salons are different. This is the Whitmore House in New York City. Okay, see how it's like all kind of vintage, it feels like a little bit of a library. They have parchment paper is their menu. Parchment paper, you know, that kind of old looking paper. And you know who they represent, what the demographics of their salon is artists. And that demographics means a certain age, how much money they make, but psychographics actually means their mindset, who they are. And I'm going to talk to you about like-minded clients in a second and how you build your business that way. But this is the Whitmore House. Very upscale, artists, musicians, those are the kind of people that come because they want an escape. Here's Kinky Koppers in Netherlands. They do more colored hair than anybody else, probably in Europe. This is crazy color, hot, and you know what? Fairly inexpensive. Why? Because kids don't have a lot of money. That's why they're fairly inexpensive. But every person that walks in there, I look to this side, I look to this side, those people are cool, they look like me. It's not some 6-year-old woman that's sitting there in her Kohl's outfit. You know what I'm saying? The like-minded clients make all the difference. Eric Fisher's salon, he does more per square foot in his salon than any other salon in the nation. Any other salon in the nation. You know where he lives? Wichita, Kansas. His price point is $35 a haircut. Each one of his chairs has 2 people, 2 service providers. They start at 7 in the morning, they go to 2. The next service provider starts at 2, moves to 8, 9 o'clock. So they're sharing a chair all day long. You know how much money you can bring in by doing that? They bring in more money than any other salon in the nation per square feet. And Wichita, Kansas with a $30 price point on their haircuts. It's incredible. John Allen's, all about men. And here's one of the cool things I love about John Allen's. He has pool tables there. These are the guys that want to get away from their wife and they don't want to come home. Honey, I am so busy at the office, I just can't get home until 9 o'clock tonight. They go to John Allen's, they hang out, they get a shave, they get a haircut, they smoke cigars, and they play pool and sit and drink. He has licenses, alcohol licenses. This is all about men, not about women. Women would never come to the salon and she would not be allowed to come to this salon. All about men. Jean Moretz, one of the best salons, if not the best salon in Seattle. This is all about professional women that make a lot of money that want to come and escape. Now, professional women have certain issues, right? Most professional women don't have a lot of time, do they? So, I'm trying to remember the saying about the people that have more time have less money, and the people who have less time have more money. We have to think about who those clients are. Now, what do? They drop off gift certificates. You don't even have to come. You know what they do? They open the salon at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they'll do manicures and pedicures and hair at the same time. So they're doing hair and nails at the same time, and I know many of you do it. But think about who you're servicing and think about the hours of the day and all the things that are going on in her life and how you have to service her to be the right salon. These are the 5 different ones. Look how different they all look. Their logo, so Eric's logo is orange, it's really hip, it's really cool, his service menus are full of color. So I want you to think about your brand, and I want your logo to reflect the color in your salon, to reflect your service menus, to reflect the color of your chairs, to reflect the color of your walls. I want all of that to come together. And I'm going to show you how you take that like-minded client. I have this lovely thing that I call R&D. What does R&D stand for? Research and Development. Not my book. It's for rip off and duplicate. That's what R&D means to me. Now, what does that mean? If I want to do a community service project, I'll walk into Starbucks and I'll go, oh, community service, let me grab that. I make my kids go into the shopping malls and pull every single catalog, because we do a catalog. I want to know what everybody's doing, what's cool and hip. So if you think that your brand is Abercrombie, I want you to pick up every single thing that they have and look at how they brand themselves. If you think that you're more like Ann Taylor or Talbot's, which are very similar, I want you to pick up everything that they do, and I want you to think about how they market themselves. So find a brand that you think is similar to your brand and find out what they do and how they market to that customer. Because as I said, department stores you walk through, they're like pretty useless these days, and you go to the specialty store that you want to go to. Why? You know, Abercrombie does not have a size, you can't really get anything above a size 9. Well, you could get a 12, but this 12 is actually a size 9. Abercrombie doesn't want fat girls shopping in their store.
No, they don't.
They don't. And you know what? The lights are down, and that, I call it terrible smell that comes through there. The lights are down. If you're a parent and you walk into that store, you better get the hell out. Because they don't want you there. And they don't want fat girls. And I gotta tell you, it's a very, very interesting. And so is Hollister. So what do you have that they don't? And I want you to write these things down or pull them out of the magazine, because they are in the magazine. All of these questions. What do you have? Look at your market that you serve, because it's all about the market that you serve. What do you have that they don't? What is really special and different about your salon than the salon down the street? I also want you to think about what do they have that you don't have. So I want you to think about the strengths in your salon. How do you make them stronger? Is it about your service? You can make that like, oh my gosh, we have the best 15-minute head and neck massages. If you have extra time, give them the best damn neck massage they've ever had in their whole lives. Make them feel that, you know, they don't have to go to the massage place with the happy ending. You know those in your market. So make them feel good on the neck, okay? Make them feel great. What else can you do that shows its differences? And I'm going to show you that in a minute. This is long, it's in the magazine, you don't have to write it down. What does my competition offer that I don't? What does my salon offer that my competition doesn't? What type of client am I trying to attract? And I'm going to talk about this in a second. Who else is trying to attract the exact same client that I have? What can I offer my clients? We just talked about that. Am I marketing to my audience in the right places? The places where they spend their time, not my time? Think about them, not you. Facebook, radio stations. I'm not in love with radio stations. Twitter, school newspapers. Have you ever thought about the high school newspaper? Super cheap. Great idea. One of my new favorites is movie theaters. I think it's so cool. You can get it so cheap. Movie theaters are so cheap. And it's a great idea. Am I providing the correct services and time during the best hours for my specific client base? So stop thinking about your own life and start thinking about theirs. Am I doing that based on the existing client base that I have? Do my logo, decor, service options, hours, music, service providers, promotions, all represent the brand I'm trying to create for the client base I'm trying to create? Eric Fisher has some pretty crazy music in his salon. And some clients complain. You know what he says? I'm sorry, then you need to go to another salon. Why? Because you can't be everything to everybody, and if you are, you're nothing to nobody. Does that make sense? Who cares? That's his brand. He's going to live by his brand. He's going to live